want to ask you guys a local-ish question. What did you make of the Kevin Calabro reaction from the fan base? Because we had a lot of unfortunate layoffs or contract disputes.
Yes, the whole shakeup in broadcasting.
And Kevin Calabro had a sick burn on his way out that the offer from the Blazers was subprime.
That was a great use.
It was well played.
It's well played
I
by
enjoyed
Calabro.
that.
That deserves a round of applause.
That's why he's a professional broadcaster.
Didn't call him a cheap bastard. I mean, subprime is the perfect description of it.
It is absolutely top-notch stuff.
Yes.
Now, I heard a lot yesterday, read a lot. Combination of the two. What I would say is this. Dirt and I were doing a show when Mike and Mike, not like live on the air, but when they fired Mike and Mike, Dirt and I were doing a show.
That was such a big story. Out of left field.
And
in the middle of the offseason, like out of nowhere.
I don't mean this as a shot. But the reaction I thought was a little interesting yesterday. And look, I'm friends with some of these people. I'm friendly with most of these people. Like, I thought what happened yesterday is awful, and I don't like it. I'm none too pleased about it.
Although I was relieved to see, I think they said in their statement to Freeman that they're going to continue radio broadcasts. They're not doing a simulcast. For now. I
got some information on that yesterday that is, it's not what it sounds like. But that being said, the Calabro Mike and Mike thing, it's not even in the same realm of galaxy.
No.
Comping the day, talking about Mike and Mike being fired, pairing it with we're hiring the former Sonics guy.
Yeah.
Because, was he national? Yes. Was he doing ESPN radio for
one of the best broadcasters in the modern era.
Absolutely. I would not dispute that. But hiring the Seattle Sonics guy after firing Mike and Mike, it's not even in the same galaxy of conversation. It's not quality of broadcaster. It's emotional connection.
Those were our guys.
And somebody had tweeted out yesterday, what's your favorite Calabro thing that you'll miss him saying? And a lot of people were given, one-off lines. And mine is just always going to be, welcome into Portland, Oregon, USA, as if I didn't know the Blazers were at home playing the Dallas Mavericks. And so what did you guys make of the Kevin Calabro reaction? Because I was a little, I guess, blindsided by some of the reaction to people being shocked. I thought the most obvious thing was that he wasn't coming back.
Yes, that was you weren't paying it. The writing was on the wall. Like,
people reacted like that was breaking news of something that was never going to happen.
That was the most easy thing to identify. This. When Dundon took over the team, I would have told you immediately, guess who's not going to be the play-by-play guy next year?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to be it regardless of Dundon.
Whether the team sold or not.
I thought he might have been done anyway.
Yes.
Like, he's been – I felt like he's had 1 foot.
Well, he took games off last year, and I was told that he wanted to do like a split season thing.
Yeah,
to which just as a fan, like
how much are you making? You want the consistent broadcaster. You don't want to have to find a replace. Benetti being the replacement was awesome. Those were actually some of the highlights of the year for me because I'm a big Jason Benetti guy.
Yeah,
I think it's an interesting conversation because on the one hand, he is one of the best basketball play-by-play guys that exists. Like, he's awesome. He's been the national voice for ESPN. He was obviously the voice of the Sonics for a long time. He was great calling games in Portland.
Yeah.
Nobody questions his skill level and ability to be a play-by-play guy. But we're also a very unique market, and we love our own. And he never felt like our own. So while he came in as kind of a hired gun, this big name, like, oh my God, we got Kevin Calabro.
He's a Vulcan choice.
He was Seattle's guy. He's always going to be Seattle's guy. And there was, especially coming from the Mike and Mike era, where Barrett is so rooted in the state of Oregon, had been here forever, worked around,
he was a Beaver, he worked at Oregon.
He rose up the rank. Like, he was our guy. And he was a local guy, and we always embraced him for that. And Calabro, for as good as he was, just never was quite that. It was never quite the same level. And so I was not surprised in the least that he moved on. If they gave him a lowball offer, by all means, do go get into their NBA gig or wait for the Sonics gig to open or do college and national stuff. He said he's going to keep everything, all of his options open for now.
Can't you see him joining Prime or Netflix or one of those?
Yeah, doing a one-off game a week if he's cool with traveling, sure. But it pales in comparison to the reaction and to the emotions I think the fan base felt. I think yesterday was just another layer on the Tom Dundon, oh my God, why are we firing everybody?
It was a crap sandwich, and then it's just
added
something to it.
It's a new slice of crap bread on top of your crap sandwich.
Yes.
But the reaction will never be the same as I mean, even going back, I don't remember it vividly because I was so young, but the Sean stuff and the way that went down and him being this legendary voice and them kind of telling him to go pound sand, Wheels comes in.
Which, by the way, who made that decision?
Tom Dundon, right? No.
I think some of this stuff is what happened with the media stuff. It's terrible. It's awful. But like, we also did this twice.
We have a pretty
before
long
he got
history with
here.
this as an organization.
And
We
you
have a
can
pretty
say,
long
well,
history.
the Vulcan spent. Collab wasn't cheap. Like, I don't. But that doesn't matter to me.
Right.
I don't. No. Does anybody care how much money I make a year?
No.
Does anybody ask how much you make a year?
No, I don't think so.
So like, why do we care what if they make the top dollar or not the top? We don't.
No.
So like, they offered him a deal. He obviously thought that was very disrespectful. He took his little shot at the end, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to land on his feet because his entire career he
Right.
basically has.
I think
they
that's been-
fired Mike and Mike, and they replaced Sean's.
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
acting
and
like,
Wheels too. Now Wheels is going through
Well,
hell
and
stuff,
Wheels,
but he
yeah.
wanted to keep doing it.
He did. I know that for a fact because I literally talked to him on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I still wanted to do it. I still think I'm really good at it.
Right.
They felt differently. So I thought some of the reaction, I think it's paired with the Dundon decision making that's happened, which is not good.
Right. It's another layer.
But the reaction was as if like we've never been betrayed by losing broadcasters that are good or that we love. And it's like, dude, we've done this a couple times
Right.
with the Vulcans.
I don't know what the future holds. Nobody does. We had the conversation yesterday, like, what is the opinion of Tom Dundon as Blazers owner in 3 years, right? Is the team still here? Where are we at? What do we look back on all this and laugh because we're winning and we're successful? Do we look back on it as, oh my God, look at all these red flags and he's cheap and he's not spending into the luxury tax? We should have seen it coming. Like, nobody knows what the future holds. What I can point to is what happened in Carolina. He did this with their play-by-play guy for the Hurricanes was the original voice of the Hartford Whalers on radio. He had been doing it since the 1970s. He came in and what did he give them? A subprime offer, and who quit and walked away and didn't accept it? Their longtime radio guy. TV guy was John Forsland, one of the best in the NHL. He is now the national voice for TNT and the voice of the Kraken. So he found another gig. It was very controversial when both those guys left. You know what he's done since after hiring cheap initially? He's had, I believe, the same broadcasters now for the majority of his tenure.
Yeah, but
They've
some of that's job preservation by guys taking
no doubt
deals
about
they
it.
probably shouldn't.
No doubt about it. But the point is that he's not firing the radio guy every year to go find a college intern that will do the job for $19,000. They've been allowed to grow. They've created a relationship with the fan base, and so that's the only thing that I have to go off of is we've seen this happen before. And if this becomes a yearly thing where it's like, dude, you're ripping the broadcast team out because they were good and they were going to make too much money, by all means, I'll have an issue with it. But I'm going to wait to judge it until I see what the crew looks like and how we're going to consume them next year.
The point that people made that is right is that, like, some of this stuff just, are you really saving money?
No, you're going to have to go hire somebody to call games.
I mean, yeah, you're still.
I mean, it'll be cheaper than Kevin Calabro because I'd imagine he was one of the more expensive play-by-play guys in the NBA.
I don't know who they're going to hire. Maybe they hire a name we're familiar with, so I'll wait to see. But there's also a chance they hire somebody significantly worse than Kevin Calabro.
Very well could. We don't know.
But, yeah, so interesting stuff yesterday. Hour number 2, Cafe, Day Dirt and Sprague. What's on the menu? We'll get to it next. Hour 2 on The Fan.